Hi everyone, I'm just looking to see, waiting to see if I'm going live. Want to make sure that if I'm live, I'm not. Yep, there you go. Want to make sure. There you go. That echo tells me that I am live. Hi everyone. This is lunchtime on Monday morning, and I'll be going live every week at about this time at noon. Well, I'm a little shy of noon today, but that works. I just wanted to make sure I was live at noon with you guys. This is Yukti Rao from Yukti's Coaching Corner. And I wanted to I want to talk to you about something very, very important. I'm going to give a few, if somebody else is coming live, I'm making sure that I am actually working. I have my computer right here, so I can actually see that I am live on Facebook. I know trying to do it all by myself sometimes can be a bit challenging. So I appreciate your patience because as I'm going live here, I'm trying to go live in several different places, including on Instagram. So please be patient with me and give me a moment. There you go. That works. All right. I am live now. I have set up everything. I am ready to go. And whoever wants to come and listen to me, you can listen to me. But I do want to share something very, very important with all the women today. So please listen up. The last 2 years, whether you have recognized it or not, you have taken a lot on your shoulders. It's not just last 2 years, the last 30 years of your life, the last 40 years of your 50, 60, 70 years of your life. You've been taking a lot on your shoulders because you've been trying to do it all, really, to some degree, all by yourself. Please stop. Because the biggest mistake I see women making, there's so much going on in the world. There's so much going on in the world, so much that can cause stress, anxiety, worry, tension. And we think and we feel like we're responsible and we need to fix it all. But you don't, not really. So listen to me for a moment. Just put whatever you're doing down. Take this 10 minutes that I ask you for yourself. So we all want to live a fulfilling life, all of us. But what happens is that we all fall into patterns and cycles that we repeat in our life. And not only is it hard to see ourselves in those cycles and patterns, it's very hard to break it. That is why working with somebody to actually see and shift those patterns is so important and so critical. And one of the biggest mistakes I see women making, and this is responsible for a large number of patterns in your life, is they always put others' needs before theirs. They always put others' needs first. It could be their parents when they were younger. It could be their grandparents. It could be their extended family. It could be their own kids, their own husband, their own partner, even their own friends. How many of you do that? How many of you see that in your life? Are you doing that in your life right now? Are you? I'm asking you this question because I definitely was. And what happens is then you fall into the cycle of what I called over responsibility. It's important to be responsible in your life. Yes, we are all taught that. But there is a line and a boundary that we often cross. And with women, we are deeply conditioned to know and being taught that we need to sacrifice our needs for others. We applaud the women who do that. We applaud the women who handle their home and their work and they never have time for themselves. We look at that mom who's running the PTA, taking care of her home and everything at the cost of having any time for herself and applaud her. As a society, that has become a norm. We can go to look at our own mothers and grandmothers and see how those who sacrificed everything they wanted for for fulfilling everybody else, we always said, oh my God, she's such a good mom and she's such a good grandmom. I know I might be triggering some of you and poking at your wounds. And if I'm triggering you, great, great. Because that trigger is asking you to see something in your life where you're actually doing this. Because it's not that simple. When you do this, it leads to doing things from obligation, leads to resentment, leads to frustration, anger, often sadness and depression. It leads to feeling anxious all the time because you're always worried about other people. And you've never given time to actually see, watch, and discover what you need. It leads to physical ailments because when you ignore your emotions and put them aside, they build up in your body and they result in physical pain. They eventually result in cancer and heart disease, and all these diseases, they are related. So today, I'm inviting you to take a moment for yourself. Just this evening, I know right now it might be in the middle of the day and you're like, I don't know why I'm even listening to this. I don't have time. But you're listening to this for a reason, because you want to know how to shift this. So I'm going to invite you, I'm going to give you couple of small things you can start with today in the process of discovering for yourself where you're feeling this way, why, and how you can shift it. Where you're putting everybody else's needs first, and that's leading to anger, resentment, sadness, etc., etc. So look at one area in your life where you're feeling that way and dig deeper. Sit down and journal. It's one of the most effective tools I can tell you. It means you have to create a quiet space and time for yourself. Put on some music if you like there's journaling music on Spotify. You can just put that on. So you can actually create a space to dig deeper. With my clients, I actually use tapping. I find that a very effective tool to actually go dive deep into the emotions very quickly, very fast, and discover the answers and find yourself on the other side. But today, and I'll do that in another session, but today I'm actually inviting you to sit down, journal, and ask yourself, what is the feeling underneath this anger, resentment? Keep digging deeper. Keep asking you this question. Feel it in your body. Feel it as a physical sensation. Feel where you feel it in your body. Write it down and ask your body, what do you need? If you're feeling it as an emotional sensation, keep asking yourself, what is this feeling? And maybe you don't have words to describe that feeling because you've never actually looked at it, but that's okay. Just write whatever comes to you. It doesn't have to be perfect. You're just giving yourself a space to listen to yourself, to discover what your emotions are. So I invite you to do that. And then once you feel like you're deep into your emotions, because you may start with feeling anger, but beneath the anger, you may discover that what you're really feeling is hurt. Maybe you're angry with your husband because he didn't help you with the dishes, but what you're feeling is hurt that he saw that you were busy and he didn't do something about it. Then you ask yourself that question, what do you need? Because when you put your needs first and you fulfill that need, you fill up your cup. Self-care is not about going and getting your nails done, meeting friends, etc. Those are great. It's really about this, about discovering who you are, being able to tap into your emotions, hold space for yourself, and fulfill your needs. So your emotions are energy in motion. So they are basically, and they are directing, this energy is directing you towards what is it that you need, that you're not fulfilling in different ways, especially emotions like anger, sadness, resentment, all these negative emotions. They are just our teachers, just like positive emotions are. So I invite you to sit down and work through this and ask yourself, what do you need? And then add that action. How do I fulfill this need? Ask yourself to stay in that space Be with yourself, be with this observer inside you, the soul inside you, and ask yourself, how do I fulfill this need? What do I need to feed? What do I need to do to fulfill this need? However that question resonates with you. Do that, write it down, and take a step, because it's 20% energy, 80% energy and 20% action. So take one step today to fulfill that need. Because when you fulfill that need for yourself, what happens is you bring ease and peace in yourself. You alleviate that worry and anxiety, sadness by fulfilling that need. And when you fulfill that need, what happens? That shifts your frequency. It brings you happiness. It brings you ease. It makes you feel freer. It brings you more peace. Don't you want that? We all want that in our lives. When you're in that space, you're no longer resentful of your husband not emptying the dishwasher, and you can ask him without getting angry. And what does that, when you're in that place, what does that bring? That brings more peace and happiness in your home. It brings more joy and connection in your relationships. You're able to ask others to fulfill what you need without rancor. That means they're able to give it to you with more love and ease without feeling pressured themselves. So it completely shifts how you show up, and it shifts how your relationships happen. It shifts things at work, because suddenly all those boundaries you've been struggling to set up are easier. So I'm inviting you to do that today. And if you want to take this work deeper and further and be more personalized and make those shifts happen quicker and faster, I invite you to book the free one-on-one call, Discover Your Truth call with me. The link is in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you as to what shifted when you heard this. I'd love to hear what emotions came up, what was your need, and how you shifted it. So please drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Again, I'm just going to take a moment and look at the comment here. Anisha's here, and she says, yes, always put others' needs before your own. When women are deeply conditioned to believe they have to sacrifice their needs to others, this can lead to overwhelm. Yes, Anisha, thank you for reinforcing what I just said. Yes, we think it's selfish if we don't do that. I'm here to tell you and give you permission, if you need that from someone outside of you, to be selfish, to fulfill your needs, to pay attention to your own emotions, to hear what they're here to tell you. And if you want to go deeper and dive deeper and shift this faster, come and talk to me. Don't wait. Life is too short. You want to live in joy. You want to have the peace and happiness in your life. And I'm there to help you. And again, the link is in the comments below. And I love you. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Today is an amazing day. It's the beginning of the week. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. I love you. Drop me a line, drop me a comment below. This is Yukti Rao from Yukti's Coaching Corner, signing off. Bye.